Hello, Jay. Hello, Mini Mummy. Oh, it's early for Mini Mummy. Right, so we're
Oh
about.
yeah, Canada, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go live in a second. Hopefully, you might like our new layout of the stream. And we've got 4 talking points today. Oh, hold on a second. What have I got
Am I
here?
picking up okay on the mic? Oh.
Dropped frames detected. 25% over the last 2 minutes. How's that possible?
Pause?
I'm getting a high amount of drop frames.
Settings too high on the cameras, maybe?
All right, give us a second, guys. Back in a second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we think we might have resolved something. Yes, the bitrate skyrocketed, so that's good. Now we're up to a good
Technical
bitrate.
issues, so...
Technical issues in the office. Right, who have we got on? Let's go to Shop Talk. Hello, everyone. How is everyone today? Oh God, you went like really fast, and you went like that because even though you were doing it a bit slow. Right, how is everyone doing today? Welcome to the first ever episode of Chop Talk.
Chop talk.
Chop Talk. First.
He's not been on the gin, I can have confirmed.
No.
Not this time.
Welcome to the first episode of Shop Talk podcast. This is a live stream. What I'll do is I'll redo all of that again. Sorry, guys, because I have to record this. And hello, everyone. Welcome to Shop Talk. This is the first episode of a live stream podcast, and we'll be talking about 4 things mainly today and interacting with our chat midway through. I'd just like to introduce myself. I'm Brendan Mills from Griffin Gaming, and on the other side of the desk is Gus the Hut, also known as
Ian.
Ian. There you go.
Or you over there.
He is our commission painter, and he's also someone that we sponsor. Right. So who have we? Let's
Total
say
waste of money, if you ask me.
let's say hi to our chatters first of all. We've got Jay, Mini Mummy, Jotun, Nigel the Tavern Wrench, and Butters and Jams. How is everyone today? We'll be talking pretty steady on, so we might not see a lot of the chat. But after the first 2 talking points, we'll go on to ask the chat if they want to ask us anything. And then after that, we'll do 2 more talking points, and there might be a little surprise at the end of the stream. But don't know yet. Okay? Right. And Deep Fried Johnny's on. Okay. Well, let's get straight into it.
Right.
Good afternoon, Ian. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Right. So this week's obviously would normally be a massive week for the Games Workshop fans and enthusiasts out there. What is special about this week?
Well, this week is it's Warhammer Fest, which would normally be a weekend event run at a large venue in Nottingham. Or is it in Nottingham? Might be in Birmingham.
Is it the NEC?
Might be. I'm not sure.
Right.
I think it has been at Warhammer World, and they've had it at different venues at various times.
Fair enough.
But obviously, due to the current
Restrictions,
situation, that has not been able to happen. And we've had 2 days of reveals so far.
Okay. I had tickets for the Warhammer Fest last year as well, and I missed out on that. I wanted to get VIP tickets. I even tried to get my trade rep to do something for me to get me some VIP tickets, but I couldn't get them in time. Were you planning to go last year?
I usually don't go to Warhammer Fest because it's a bit of a long trek for me to go, and I don't drive a car, I ride a motorcycle, so.
Oh yeah, that's a bit of a long trek.
Yeah.
Just to...
the one that I usually go to every year is one that's held at the XL.
In London.
Yeah, in London, it's the Salute.
Okay.
It's a big miniatures convention.
I think that's actually going ahead this year, isn't it? What's that? Someone said that it's in September or something.
Yeah, normally it would be about nowish, sort of April, May time.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well, last year it was postponed. Well, i.e. cancelled. And I haven't actually seen whether or not they're doing it this year, but obviously, you've seen.
No, it's just a customer that came in and mentioned it to me, so I haven't actually seen it. Right. So yesterday, Monday was the first day of
Monday
the reveal.
was the first day, yeah.
Because this is a weird week. It feels like a Tuesday, but it's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So what happened on Monday?
So Monday we had the Age of Sigmar reveal. Not really my forte, but I looked in on it, and there's very interesting stuff on there actually. It's the vampire models on there, and there was I can't remember the name of it, but and they revealed a new big centerpiece model for the sort of Beastmen factions of Age of Sigmar. Once again, Age of Sigmar's not really my area of expertise, but it's a very, very nice model.
Are they doing anything special did you watch the whole stream, or did you only just?
I sort of jumped in and out of that one. I sort of skimmed.
Are they doing anything special on the stream to make it actually not just a week of announcements? Or
I wish I could say yes. Honestly, I wish I could say yes.
One would think that they would try and do something special, to make up for the fact that people can't visit them. But I suppose what could they do? I suppose.
Yeah, all I can say is they're fairly new to this whole live streaming thing, and they've only been doing it for the last year themselves.
Oh, okay.
So before that, it was all either seminars at big events like
Warhammer Fest.
Warhammer Fest, yeah. Which were basically done by people that were good at public speaking.
Right.
Or they were just done with reveals on their community page. Like what they do now, straight after the live streams.
Okay. So was it mainly just you said it was vampires and a big centerpiece yesterday? Was that basically it, or was there any other sort of? Is there any news of other new products there yesterday, or?
Yesterday's one was the one.
Oh, sorry, Monday.
Oh, Monday.
See, weird week.
There was some tie-in books that went along with the miniatures.
As in Black Library or rules?
No, just rule. And they kind of. There's one that's a campaign set, and there's one for the Broken Realms series that they're doing at the moment. The last one was Be'lakor, and the next one is, once again, I can't remember his name, but it's named after that centerpiece model that he's coming with it. So but it's basically a part of a larger story that each story is like centering around a particular character and his role within that story.
Fair enough. Okay, yesterday. What happened yesterday? What realm was it?
What did happen yesterday? What didn't happen yesterday? More like. I have thoughts on this. So basically, they announced at the beginning that each day this week would be a different reveal, and the Monday Age of Sigmar, Tuesday 40k,
Yep.
Thursday, Friday is Black Library and box games, but then Friday is 40k again. They put a disclaimer on there saying, yes, we have that much to show off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, which made it sound like they had so much to show
Well,
that
they needed to spread it over two streams.
that they could not fit it into one stream.
Right, okay.
Now,
How long does stream last?
35 minutes.
Okay. That's shorter than this podcast.
Yep. Yeah. The Age of Sigmar one was, I think it was at least an hour.
Okay.
At least an hour long. And so basically what they showed off was a new campaign supplement, which is part 2 of a supplement that's already been ongoing, which we kind of knew was coming already. But what we got for it was an official, this is the cover, this is the brief rundown of what it contains. Oh, and by the way, here's your rules for Be'lakor.
Okay.
Which I'll get onto later. And then they go on to say that there's no point in showing off any Adeptus Mechanicus stuff because it's so close to coming out anyway. Not that I think there is anything more for them to show that they haven't already.
Right, yeah.
So that's going to be a very lackluster
Reveal.
release.
Release, yeah.
Release entirely. But yeah, then they proceeded to show off a bunch of variations of Sisters of Battle models, that most of which we'd already seen. There was one large model that was a nice centerpiece. Very nice model, I must say. It's quite exciting to see a model like that, especially knowing what that character represents in the lore of the game.
Okay.
But that was it, and a codex. The codex for Sisters of Battle, which everybody kind of knew was coming because they've been showing so many new Sisters of Battle models recently.
They have to.
It was
the
obvious.
rules, yeah.
There was no way that wasn't coming.
Fair enough. So, yesterday was Sisters of Battle release. The Codex release. What else was it?
So the Sisters of Battle range in its entirety, what's going to be released.
Right.
They did expand on some of the things that they've released already, released images of already, such as there's a character that's a standard bearer that they'd already revealed, but they revealed that it comes with another smaller character that's kind of like her attendant kind of thing.
Lady in Waiting.
Yeah, so, and they showed there was a model that they showed off with like a shield and halberd, sort of a bodyguard unit. They showed off the kit in its entirety. But once again, we'd already kind of seen it.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was literally the entire...
Puffmeister Minis is raiding with a party of 5. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Puffmeister, and welcome. How are you doing today? I actually spoke to Puffmeister Minis for the first time last night, didn't we?
Yes.
We were on the Discord, on the Chill Out Lounge. It was quite entertaining. Watching Gus play some World of Tanks Blitz on his iPad. Yeah, that was quite good. Yeah. Right, so what's today?
Today is Black Library, I believe. So it'll be...
Books,
books, and maybe 1 or 2 miniatures tied into book releases.
Book releases, right. Yeah, like that Master Urielus one, if I'm probably
that was a Black Library miniature
that
was released alongside his novel. So.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's not going to get a lot of people really hyped up about that.
You'd be surprised. There are a lot of people in the hobby. I'm not one of them, but there are a lot of people in the hobby that are drawn to the hobby
because of the narrative.
Yeah, via the lore.
Right.
I mean, they'll start reading the books first, then they'll look into it and go, oh, there's a game that goes with this.
Oh, okay.
So there are a lot of people that take that as their main focus for the hobby.
Cool.
So there will be plenty of people that will be interested in it. I don't think the Black Library reveals will be as busy. I mean, I think they had like over 30,000 people for the one last night. And most of them are a bit angry at the end, I must say.
I bet. Yeah. They're doing these reveals, but they've got to do it right. I mean, Okay, we'll talk about what they're doing right and wrong in a bit. But okay, what's tomorrow then? What have we got on the
So
card for
tomorrow is actually quite an exciting one. It's the box game reveal.
A new box game reveal.
Box games in general.
Oh right, all the box games like
so
the Necromunda, the Kill Team.
Exactly
right.
that.
Got ya. So is there anything that's expected? Has there been any like hints dropped out there, or is it?
Very little that I've seen. I mean, there's almost guaranteed to be new Necromunda content, new Blood Bowl content.
They've just the pre-order starting on Saturday is a new Necromunda box set, so they probably will. But the thing is, they would have already done the
they've already revealed that. What they'll be going into is like upcoming gangs and model releases.
The weird thing about what they're doing is the new Blood Bowl team that they're releasing this, pre-ordering this Saturday is only available online.
Really?
Not going to be available to stockists or in their shops, which is really weird. It's a Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl's really popular,
especially in the local area here. It's quite.
So, well, maybe
it's actually my favourite all-time Games Workshop game.
Well, there we go. Yeah. Right, and Friday, 40k again.
Friday will be 40k again,
and this will be their chance to redeem themselves, I guess.
Yes, hopefully. My only hope for it is that we see something different that we're not expecting.
Right.
I mean, they've been showing off a lot of orc stuff. I'm expecting that. I'm expecting them to show off a bunch of orc stuff, probably a codex. What I want to see now is what's coming after.
Right.
I want to see what's coming, like 6 months from now. Just a tease, even if it's just a tease. I just want to know what's next.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They really need to do something.
The problem is that they've been pushing the teasers and reveals so hard on their website on a regular basis. Like they've got their new model Monday that they do.
Okay.
And they do that every Monday where they reveal a new model that's coming in the near future.
Okay.
Now, because of that, that's really good, and I really like that. But because this is a big event, I want this to be something else. I don't want it to be just more of what they're already pushing on a daily basis.
Yeah, more than just a new model Monday.
Yeah. It's just a bigger new model Monday spread over 5 days. I want it to be something different because they're already doing that every week as it is. So, I don't know.
Yeah, well, hopefully the reels that are coming today and for the rest of the week won't disappoint. But we'll get on to more about GW's...
Everything that gets revealed will be awesome.
Yeah.
That's a given. But I just want something to get excited about.
Like Bellicor.
That I'm not already excited about. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When they did, because they tacked that on, they did one of these Saturday reveals.
Yeah.
They did everything, and they literally tacked on a trailer where they just showed you parts of his body right at the end of the screen. I was so excited.
and fuming at the same time that you couldn't see it.
I mean, I was, yes, I know him. I know what that is. I just exploded. But we didn't get that this week.
Right, so moving on then to Bellicor. How many releases of Bellicor has there been? I know you've got 3 models now.
This will only be his second iteration.
So how comes you've got 2 different size ones that are...
So basically, he's an old fantasy battle figure. And way back when, I can't even remember what edition, but he was a metal cast miniature that was done for another campaign at the time. And he was a named character, and he kind of got forgotten about for a long time. One of my favourite models of all time, though.
Okay.
He got moved over to Finecast when they made the switch from metal to Finecast, but the model stayed the same. And the model has stayed the same the whole time. And I have a metal one, I have a Finecast one. Same model, but I painted them differently.
But one looks bigger than the other?
That's because he hasn't got his wings.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I used it for a
The
conversion.
body's exactly the same size?
Yeah, it's exactly the same model. It's just one of them that doesn't have his wings or his sword.
Okay, fair enough.
But, yeah, this is only his second iteration ever.
So, what was it, 2 weeks ago?
It was about 3 weeks ago. I think it was the pre-order, and 2 weeks ago.
But you got hold of it 2 weeks ago tomorrow.
Yes. No, it's the Friday. The Friday I picked it up.
So just under 2 weeks ago, you received your Bellicor.
Yes.
Go.
Dear God, that was a labour of love. Just from the moment I opened it up, it was a real nostalgia moment for me.
Yeah.
Just for, like I said, the original model is one of my all-time favourite models. For him to finally get some love and attention, and then to be in like
And a decent size.
Yeah. He's not been a thing in 40k for very long. He was very much a tack on. Sometime during 6th or 7th Ed, I believe. It was actually they released some special rules for a Christmas advent calendar.
Oh, okay.
And he was like the very last thing that they released. It was the Christmas Day thing. I was like, ooh, brilliant.
Well, then it was brilliant for you then on Christmas Day.
Yeah, so I'd loved the model for ages already, and then all of a sudden I was able to use it in my games of 40k, and it was brilliant. Then the 8th edition happened, and his rules were a bit so I kind of stopped using him. But so you could imagine that new models coming out, and I'm like, oh, finally going to get hold of some rules, use this thing in a game. I open up the box, what do I find?
Exactly what you wanted.
Age of Sigmar rules and a stat line for 40k. No rules whatsoever. Oh, I was so let down.
Oh, yeah, because you don't play Age of Sigmar at all, do you?
No.
No.
I have played it, but I don't play it.
So basically, you've got a model right now that effectively you love, but you can't ever use.
And it was an absolute labour of love. Anybody that's not seen it, there's pictures of it on the Discord right now.
Mini Mummy, or I don't think Joy will be up at this time. Mini Mummy, would you mind please linking in Gus the Hutt's stream for me, for anyone that doesn't know it?
Discord.
And the Discord, but your stream as well.
That too.
Because you can probably go back and watch the VOD of Gus actually painting it. And I think, how long did it take? Was it
20 hours from unboxing to finished, and that was with my chat interrupting me a lot. So.
Right, yeah, okay, but 20 hours is that's still good going though.
Yeah, so it was a pretty quick turnaround, but I was so excited and passionate about it.
And it was 20 hours over, and you were streamed every moment of it, didn't you?
Pretty much. There was a couple of little bits where I did some like basic detailing on like the base,
right? Yeah,
because I didn't think people would be that interested in me dry brushing grey stone. So, but yeah, for the majority of it, 99% was all done.
Thank you, Mini Mummy.
In front of people.
Yeah. So, I've lost my train of thought. So, you've got this model. It's now. I guess that's just like that's your trophy piece, right?
Oh,
now.
It's right in the middle of my display cabinet. Like literally pride of place, right in the middle, front and centre. Yeah.
And you're hoping maybe the Friday release might have some rules? Is that, are you hoping for that?
Nope, I'm not holding out any hope. They have told us that they showcased the book, the campaign book, that the rules are going to be in.
Right.
Problem with that is that campaign book also contains supplemental rules for the next 2 codexes in it, which leads me to believe that book's not being released until after those 2 codex and army releases have gone through.
Right, okay.
So I'm now going to have to wait until after the Mechanicus gets their book and the Sisters of Battle get their book, and then they'll release the campaign book. Now, They might release the campaign book alongside one of those 2.
Or they might release another unrelated codexes as well.
Very possibly, but...
Unlikely.
Fair
enough.
They've announced what armies are getting rules in that book, and...
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right, so that is your Be'lakor that we've... Right, so just to give a bit of background about the Be'lakor in terms of from my perspective, we ordered 5. That was what... To be honest, I probably could have got more because I placed your orders a bit earlier, but I weren't too sure how it was going to perform. And then the second that I ordered, within about half an hour, we had a trade rep on the phone saying, you're really lucky because there's some stockists are not getting any. They really kind of messed that up. But we had a phone call from our trade rep yesterday stating that we can only get 2 in the reprint. 2 in the reprint.
Wow.
So if anyone is looking for the Be'lakor coming up, there is 2 ways getting it. Be one of the lucky ones to get the one of the 2.
Get it.
Or if you look below the chat, there is the community challenge, and our next giveaway is the Bellicor model. So if you want it, that community challenge needs to be fulfilled, and then the next giveaway will be the Bellicor model. Right, I think we can ask our lovely listeners some, get them to ask us some questions.
Yeah, by all means.
You've got me here, you've got Gus here. Ask away, anything is on the books. Brennan, I know you can't talk exact numbers, but what's the margin like on Bellicor? The margin is the same on every single model.
Not a lot.
Excuse me, one moment. It's essentially, here's a way to put it into perspective, right? The GW marketplace is incredibly saturated, and we have to be really competitive to actually even get any sales. So after you take the 21% discount that we do on most of our products, the Google AdWords we pay, the card processing fees, the shop processing fees, and a few other ancillary overheads, on a £60 order, we make £2. So yesterday when we shipped 32 products, we only just about made enough to pay a member of staff that would have been working that day. But our goal isn't to make huge amounts of money right now. Our goal is to essentially build up enough of an audience and customers with our great customer service that well, at least I pride myself on it. And then when we offer more products in the wider world of miniatures and tabletop gaming, then we'll be able to recoup some of the costs at that point, basically. And I got to go take a friend to the store, have a good stream.
See you later, Yotin.
Yeah, I think that was about 5 minutes ago. Sorry,
No
Yotin,
problem.
thank you. We're 58% here, 19 days left. Oh, right, Mini Mummy's saying about the community challenge. 58%, awesome.
Nice.
60%. I've got two questions. The first is, what do you think of the limited release that GW seems to do more and more of? It seems to frustrate people rather than please the fans. Butters and Jams, very good question. We'll go on to that in our next talking point. You've preempted a talking point. So, right. And Butters and Jams also says, the second one is, do you think they will bring the old world back? I think there has been rumours, but nothing since.
I don't think I know. They've announced that the Old World is a game that they're currently working on.
So what's Old World then?
So basically, before Age of Sigmar was a thing,
Fantasy.
There was Fantasy Battle,
Right.
And it was set in what was known as the Old World, or what is now called the world that was.
All right.
Yeah, that ended. Like,
so is it a box game?
yeah, basically, you know what Horus Heresy is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Old World will be to Age of Sigmar what Horus Heresy is to 40k.
Okay. All right.
So it's basically going back in time and you collecting armies and fighting battles back in the old Warhammer Fantasy Battle setting.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a thing that is coming. It's
Okay.
not rumoured. They have.
So that could be part of tomorrow's release. Reveal. Sorry.
I'm thinking that if they're going to do anything, because they've got their surprise reveal on Saturday.
So that might be held until Saturday as a big finale to the...
Yeah, my guess is that Saturday's stream will either be a new edition of Horus Heresy, which they're going to fold into the main studio rather than have it solely on Forge World, or it will be what they've been working on so far for Old World.
Okay.
Or both.
Fair enough.
And that will make a lot of people very excited.
Cool.
That's just speculation on my part.
Right, okay. Poffmeister Mini says, I miss rank and file. So that's in the Warhammer Fantasy.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, they've basically said that the Old World game will be going back to the old square bases. So you will be getting rank and file regiments as they used to be.
Cool.
So
Right.
that is coming back.
Cam says, do you think people being unhappy at release is justified? Will gamers ever fully be truly happy?
Nope. Next question.
Right, okay. To which part? Do you think it's unhappy is justified? The unhappy at release is justified.
I think there is a certain level of frustration with not knowing, but at the same time,
we'll cover that in a bit more detail in a bit.
Yeah, but
what's next for Griffin Gaming Project?
But no, gamers will never be truly happy.
in last month. Oh right! In the last months, we have seen Twitch podcast. What's next for Griffin Gaming? Whew, to be honest, a month ago, I had no plans to do Twitch. I had no plans to do a podcast. Actually, no. Actually, to be honest, I had plans to do a podcast months ago. I thought that would be the easiest thing to set up. But actually, to be honest, setting up the Twitch side of things actually led naturally on to the podcast side of things. So, but yeah, what's the next project? Events. Yeah. Events. We want to host events, but we've got a lot of learning to do before we can get down there. We're gonna do battle reports, me and Gus, and other people obviously. But Gus is gonna teach me how to play the game. So especially for Puffmeister, because I know that Puffmeister is pretty much on my level of the understanding of the game. We'll be going through it from the perspective of someone that doesn't know the game. And
Puff's more of a Age of Sigmar fan.
Right, okay.
So, yeah.
And you won't be able to tell me how to play that.
No. Well, I'd be able to tell you how to play it if I sat down for an evening with a rulebook. So,
right. Okay, right, fair enough.
From what I gather, Age of Sigmar was not that hard to learn.
We'll convert him soon enough. Right. So, and I need to, and you said to me before the battle report, I need to get myself a battle suit commander, essentially.
Yes, if you're playing Tau, you need a battlesuit commander. It's actually a requirement of the army.
So therefore, I will be painting one more item after the ones I've done. So yeah, we've got the XV8, 6 drones, and then a battlesuit commander to do. Right, let's see what else have we got here. I much prefer the old world to Sigmar, but that might just be me being an old git who remembers the first time around. I guess so.
I'm definitely an old git in the hobby. So.
Is this the first episode of the podcast? Oh, sorry. This is the... Yes, it is, yeah. Thank you, Mini Mum.
Yeah. The other two were just me randomly popping in on Brendan's streams.
Yeah, it was a shop talk stream, general Q&A, but this is going to be... The audio is going to be taken from this video, and it is going to be... Once we've recorded, I know there's like a rule of thumb when it comes to like iTunes podcasts. You need about 3 to 5 episodes saved up before you submit, and then iTunes see you as a more substantial podcaster. So... Once we're done, in about 5 weeks, these podcasts will then be available on your podcasting app, so it will be separate. So if you don't make it one day, it will be available for you on your phone once you follow the podcast, essentially. So that's what the plan is there. Obviously, once Gus goes back to work in about 2 weeks' time.
Well, I start back my first training shifts next week.
Next week? Wow. You won't be available during the day, will you?
Won't be available next Wednesday until after 2:30. So if you don't mind doing it a bit later or doing it on Thursday, then
we'll have to just change the day.
Yeah,
we'll have to change the day.
Yeah, hopefully I'm going to try to keep my Wednesdays open, so we can keep this as a regular thing on this day.
And DeFi Johnny, I volunteer as tribute for someone that has no idea how to play the game. Oh, okay, right. So DeFi Johnny, you're
he's local to us as well.
He's you're volunteering to teach. That's awesome. Yes, we'll collaborate definitely. Cam, now fantasy is just a better in every way. If you're local to Harlow, there's about 6 or 7 of us locally starting with 9th age. There you go, Cam. Right, Bars and Jams. There are a few local gaming setups near me, but I haven't been able to check them out for obvious reasons. Yes. So. Right, we'll go, I guess the questions have dried up, but we can go to any more questions at the end of the stream. Yep. We're going to go on to our next talking point, and it's basically, GW, what are you up to? And I will start.
Yeah.
I will start. The biggest thing... Oh, hold on a second. Gus, what are your favourite
Conventions.
I think that means
Conventions.
Oh, conventions, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
got you in the UK.
Yeah. So like I said, the only one that I really go to on the regular is Salute.
Salute.
That's an annual one. It's basically a big. It's not really a convention as such as it is a miniatures exhibition. And it's basically just showcasing what all the different companies
Offer
and what they do.
Is there any events that happen there, or
Yeah, I mean they do run like painting competition. There's demonstration games of like what's the latest game, or there'll be a lot of companies trying to push their latest crowdfunding project.
Okay.
And that kind of thing. And yeah, it's a great fun day out. You can get some really good bargains, and it's a really good place to just discover companies that you didn't even know existed.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You weren't too late, Jay. You caught us just in time. No, I'm volunteering as tribute to Learn. Oh right.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He's new himself.
He's going. He's doing a whole Hunger Games vibe, right?
Sorry, make sure we
Right,
don't get a copyright claim for that.
There's lots of people wanting to learn. So yeah, cool. Right. So GW. I'll start. The biggest gripe for me is their communication.
Yeah.
Literally, if they were upfront, if they were honest, if they make a mistake and it disappoints the community, instead of saying, "But this is the way it is," or "What the this is the way," as the Mandalorian would say, instead of being like that, just say, "Sorry guys, made a mistake, kind of screwed up there. We'll do better next time." It would go a lot better. Right, I've got a bit of a problem here. My Mac's about to die. Give me a second. What am I going to do? Gonna have to. Right, we're gonna be dropping frames. Sorry, guys. Right, there we go. Okay, and we're back.
Okay.
Right, so are we? It's still not charging. Why are you not charging? Should have done this on my desktop computer. That just meant moving everything. Still not charging. What's going on? Sorry, guys.
Have you broken that port now?
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, Cam HGC. We'll be getting some games in when Harlow Games Club. Yeah, that's.
We lost audio for a second.
Oh, did we?
Give me 1 second, guys. One, two. Oh, Mac's still not charging. This is messed up.
And you do a little dance.
Sorry, everyone, about this. We'll cut out the podcast, but sadly, everyone here has to deal with it. Power. Charging? No. Why are you not charging? Why is this not charging? Literally, the Mac will go dead in about 2 minutes. We did say there might be some issues today.
Teething troubles.
Yes, I've not got enough ports for all my USB-C devices.
Thank you for holding your call. Your call is important to us.
Yes. This is really disappointing. It should be charging. None of the ports are charging at all. I've got 4 ports in there and it's not charging.
You could move things over.
No, I don't think it's that. I mean, we could re-stream again. Go onto the...
Yeah. I'm sure everyone will come back.
Yeah. Just don't understand why it's not taking a charge at all.
It could be a driver issue. Restarting may help.
Okay, we'll stop the recording here. Please stand by, everyone. We will resume the episode shortly.
We're going live again in a moment.